Sean Chrisman against Brendan McKenzie. We are just about underway in Worcester. Chrisman's been outstanding on the faceoff this season at 54.8%. McKenzie, the junior, in a battle with the freshman Connor DePiro to get reps, and that'll help his case as the Crusaders win the opening draw.
It's a really important aspect of this game. Brendan McKenzie winning that first draw for Holy Cross. We saw against Colgate, the Crusaders struggled a little bit. Chrisman, as you mentioned, is one of the better faceoff men in the conference. That's an important key to this game.
Off a hop, it's Naus. Short side dish to Cameron Magalotti, who's got 4 goals in his sophomore campaign, off to his left hand. Now a pump from Baker. Rolling and being hacked by Patrick Morrison. Behind the net into the cross of Spangenberg. Swims around the crease, dives in, and his shot is stonewalled by Matt Garber.
Swim move to that left hand for Will Spangenberg. If he took one more step, he would have given himself a little bit better angle, but Holy Cross able to chase that shot down, and they should get a fresh 80 on the shot clock.
TJ Lynch disses it near side. Now down on the crease. Holy Cross on the board first. Take a bow. Will Spangenberg.
Conrad Naus with the downhill
game, and give him the ball in dangerous areas. He can score.
Spangenberg has done a fantastic job of being aggressive to the goal here. He needs to change levels a little bit. He's been shooting low to low the last 2 times he came around the goal. See if he can go low to high the next time he attacks from behind.
First time Timmy Lay's really gotten himself involved in the offense. And now D'Alto from behind the goal line extended, and he's going to be fronted by Chris Conlon. It'll be interesting to see where JL Reppert chooses to use Conlon. Do you take away someone like D'Alto, who's got 8 goals and 6 assists, or do you take away the pure scorer in Lay?
Yeah, JL Reppert, Shane Lynch, the defensive coordinator for the Crusaders.
Oh, good feed, and Timmy Lay with a little pump and beats A.J. Fox. We're tied at 1.
Timmy Lay with those quick hands on the backside pipe. A couple fakes, gets Fox on his butt, and then is able to finish on a wide open net. But that's with the ball in his stick.
Hard to call a player like Timmy Lay underrated, but again, when he shared an attack with Burr and Gray, I do think his stick work did get a bit underrated, just because a lot of times he was the one that would slip in to find the soft spots. Now a skip pass to Nidringhouse, who's quickly doubled by Morrissey and Miles Jackson. Lay fires, and again, high-to-high, easy save for Fox.
We're going to see out of this BU team too, Dan, that midfield unit, they're going to run 9 or 10 offensive midfielders. We're going to see a lot of numbers coming through the box for BU on offense.
Holy Cross has struggled clearing the ball this year, just north of 77%, 10-man ride, and that was actually on net, so a save, I guess, for Morrison?
That's a good question. I think you got to give him one on that.
D'Alto lay down low, splits it through the 5-hole. Timmy Lay's got 2, and BU's got the lead. It's the few as seemingly seamlessly plug the holes in their attack with the youngsters in Perfetto and D'Alto, now both sophomores.
The pipeline at BU of talent, Dan, is strong and continues to be. It's a credit to Coach Poley and his staff, now Coach Poley in his 8th year. Pretty amazing to see what they've done in the short history of that program and the success they've had in the Patriot League.
And they keep a 58-man roster, so there's always going to be options to replace internally. And they've got another one here. This time it's D'Alto, and it's 3-1.
Timmy Lay puts on his feeder hat there on the low corner, spins back to his left hand. D'Alto just curls behind the really hard to follow.
Tommy Nook with the ball in his stick, and the Terriers have worked a very methodical offense, just waiting for a soft spot. And Timmy Lay is so good at finding them right around the crease.
No doubt. Quadrino now up at the top of the box has the ability to win matchups easily.
Threw it away, and Ben Bogdan, who was in a full sprint with D'Alto, ran out of real estate, and the sophomores got it. The Northport, New York native on Long Island. One of 17 New Yorkers on this BU team. That one's fed down low, and Forziati's got his 2nd of the year. BU 4, Holy Cross 1.
Dan, what we're seeing so far out of this.
At the helm of an up-and-coming Holy Cross program, but Brad Baker will turn it over, and BU now set to clear again. Nicholas Ellerton, the graduate, another returning captain who became a regular starter as a junior. So this is his 3rd season, 2nd if you don't count 2020, as a regular. And he's scooped up 8 ground balls coming into the night. Team MVP and a captain over at Phillips Andover, but originally from Toronto. Quick work here, and a sidewinding shot finds the back of the net. 4th point of the Dame already for Vince D'Alto.
Vince D'Alto has that type of side move from Dean Dineno, absorbing contact and able to turn the corner. Went for that low to high bouncer, just put it over the cage.
It's a good look, though, for Dineno.
Yeah.
Team leading goal scorer with 6. So that one's thrown away, and that's the type of turnover you really don't want to see too much of if you're JL Reppert.
No, those are tough. Those are tough ones. You have a pretty good possession. You generate a couple shots, but give it back on an unforced turnover. BU attacks immediately in the other direction.
Doxey to Gallup, shot wide. It'll stay there. Perfetto. Not that you see a ton of substitutions on the attack, but for BU, it's these 3 and these 3 alone.
As it should be, right? When you look at how they play the game together, chemistry is so important on offense.
Oh, athletic! D'Alto's got a hat trick, and BU has a 5-goal lead.
There's that chemistry, Dan. It's
game for Will Carson.
4-on-3 fast break for BU.
Roy Meyer, the long stick. Fed it down low. Shot is turned away by A.J. Fox. Big save when you needed it from Fox. It's just his 4th of the game, but that's a big one. The one at the end of the first was big, so is that.
Yeah, stood tall there, and if we noticed, Dan, one of the differences is Timmy Lay stayed high to high with the shot, didn't change the plane as BU has been on their last few goals.
Perfetto. Quick now to Timmy Lay, who rolls in and scores. That's all 3 of them. That's Perfetto to D'Alto to Lay to the back of the net.
Just the stick work, the chemistry, the unselfishness of this unit. They are very fun to watch, and they are going to be a nightmare for anybody in the Patriot League who's trying to take them on this year.
That's the 6th point of the game already for D'Alto. 3 goals, 3 assists. And Lay, just the slight hesitation.
So finding Nidringhouse on that skip pass, just not able to hit the cage.
It'll stay with BU, who lead by 6 and appear to not be able to put a stick wrong right now. Snapping sidewinder by Perfetto goes wide, but Timmy Lay's right there. And now this is a gut check moment for Chris Conlon and company. He's the junior leader now, marshaling this team on, and he's already caused a couple of turnovers in this game. It'd be a great opportunity for number 3 here, as Tommy Bork, talk about hockey, that's a Boston iconic last name. Now fed down low, and Timmy Lay's got 4.
Just ridiculous handle on the backside post. Pretty sure he caught that.
Opportunity to play for a championship in the coming days. And we don't want to think too far ahead, but this men's lacrosse team has every bit the look of a team capable of challenging. Good defensive work there by Peter Murphy.
There's some dangles there by Matt Bauer.
Now it's Perfetto. Splits to his left, being hounded by Reddings. Sidearm shot. Kept it on an even plane, but Fox made the save. That's his 5th of the game.
A heady save by Fox. That was a shot that was shot off the hip of Redding. Really hard to pick up out of the stick of the attacker. Fox responded well to it.
Matt Boger, the junior from Greenwich, Connecticut. Another athletic shot and another goal for D'Alto. He's got a hat trick to go along with 4 assists. What a performance by the Terrier attack today. To pick up Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks, he said, make him go to Manningham, make him go to Pasco. And there's a pass down the sideline to Mario Manningham that ignited the New York Giants offense to win that Super Bowl.
That worked out okay for the Giants, at least in that scenario.
Timmy Lay's shot, not on frame. Guess what football team I grew up rooting for? I don't feel too sorry about what happened there. We'll put it that way. Sorry, New England.
Hilburn, Forziati, and Ziyama, the offensive midfielders right now for BU.
And there's Forziati, who shoots and scores his 2nd of the game, 3rd of the year, and the BU lead is 9.
What a burst.
And this is a team that doesn't rebuild, they reload. Hilburn. Why not make it a 10 spot? Quick feed inside. Shot is just tucked home. It's a brilliant finish. This time it's Perfetto who gets in on the action. That's his first goal. It's 2, and now 3 out of the Terriers' 4 contests this season. Now here's Quadrino, who for all the offensive fireworks for BU was awfully quiet in the first half, just 1 assist. And now Holy Cross will send it back the other way with Chase Maitland. Magalotti being shadowed by Ellerton, the Toronto native. Pick from Spangenberg goes nowhere, and he ends up with the ball at X. Spangenberg around the crease, being shadowed by Will Carson.
Holy Cross has Hilburn, the offensive midi, caught on the field. They're trying to play a substitution game with him.
Dineno fires and scores.
There you go. So the defensive miscommunication when you have an offensive player on the field, that's not too surprising when you look at the amount of skill that they have out there right now.
It's a well-oiled machine. In addition to the 3 attackmen, keep an eye on Jet Jama, number 3. Very good at shooting from the outside. On this team, he doesn't need to do it all that much.
Yeah, Jet has great bloodlines. His brother is a former hockey player at BC.
And that's a program that'll take the top seed into the Hockey East playoffs this weekend. Jama moves it into the point. Now it's fed down low. Timmy Lay shoots. He scores, and that's a career high in points. He's up to 7.
Absolutely.
Here's another look at the attempt by Spangenberg. Just bounces wide, but he does draw the penalty. So we'll see what the Crusader man-up can do. Lynch. They haven't found much daylight inside. BU's kept their shape very well, but not this time, and it's the first man-up goal of the year for the Crusaders, and the first career goal. He coached the defense to a Final Four. It's another lacrosse program that's taken some tremendous strides over the last 6 or 7 years.
Andy Shea is as good as there is in the business, and with the institutional investments they've made in that program, the facilities that they built for Yale lacrosse, there's no reason why the Bulldogs shouldn't be national title contenders when the Ivy League comes back to playing lacrosse, whenever that is, Dan.
Yeah, that's been a loss. I mean, Yale in particular has been, Princeton historically has a lacrosse pedigree, but Yale lately has been the predominant program. Well, there's a turnover by the Crusaders, and that's the easiest finish of the game for D'Alto, who's got his 5th. Another hockey term, pulling the goalie. Here's Lambert, moving it in towards the crease. Went for the pass there to Naus, who goes the short way, and again the Crusaders throw it away. That is their 19th turnover of the game.
It's not as crisp as we saw the first 2 weeks of the season, Dan. Against Sacred Heart, the first game of the year, and then even after that initial run out of Colgate last week in the snow, Holy Cross looked really sharp on offense.
They go short side, and Timmy Lay shoots and scores. Number 6. Point number 8, goal number 14 for the visiting Terriers. Well, Timmy Lay's got a 19-game goal streak, which he extended very early on in this contest, and with the way he continues to play, there's no end in sight for this kid. Pumps the pass for Perfetto, goes around the world himself, and now it's moved back quickly to Forziati, who's got a pair of goals. Wanted the shot, instead looks for the feed to Perfetto. It's intercepted by Fox.
A.J. Fox essentially acting as a 7th defender there, covering his own backside pipe.
Peter Murphy facing a swarm, and even Timmy Lay there trying to get a stick check. Here's Doherty. Slips through 3 Terriers. Again, they got to go backwards, but Holy Cross will eventually break the ride, and O'Callahan will get the final burst. Now with a full head of steam, shoots from distance and scores. That's the first career goal for Tim O'Callahan, and Holy Cross is back within 10.
Defenders, when somebody's either trying to throw the ball or when somebody's either trying to catch the ball, they've done a really nice job this evening as BU defense of impacting Holy Cross on those transfers.
It's Jet Jama. Frees himself from Maitland. I'm just shoveling it back to Nidringhouse. Well, here's the 2 and 4 combo again, and Forziati's having an excellent game. First multi-goal game of his career. Here's Timmy Lay.
Timmy Lay against a short stick.
Well, he fires and scores. Peter Murphy played him tough, but Timmy Lay has found the back of the net for the career.
There, ball will stick with the Crusaders. 45 on the shot clock here.
Now they'll run Lambert at X. Naus on the short stick Gallup. Naus moves it in towards the crease, and he scores his 2nd of the game.
Nice for Conrad Naus to be able to get a couple G's here this game, get some confidence going for him, and those are the things that you try to find in a game like this, or what are the small victories that you can get out of your guys in this spot.
Well, he had 4 shots in the snow against Colgate. He's rewarded for his offensive efforts, this time with a pair of goals. And you look at that, just a quick snapper to the offside of Garber, and as good as the juniors.
Short sticks You certainly don't want to lose someone like that who has that experience and that leadership on the offensive end.
I mean, you're looking for guys in that position that can beat you off the dodge, that can shoot from the outside, and who can feed. And Baker does check all three of those boxes. Quadrino connected with Girolamo. Now a sidewinding bouncer finds the back of the net. Take a bow, Tommy Bork. Second in the career for the freshman. Premier conferences in college lacrosse, but there have been national titles from the Patriot League. Loyola's team in 2012 was tremendous. Eric Lusby won the tournament's most outstanding player that season, and you had the long stick beast Scott Ratliff patrolling the midfield.
Yeah, Josh Hawkins, the transition defensive midfielder, a great goaltending play out of that Loyola team. They really brought that chaotic pace to the game that has also really been embraced now that we're in the shot clock era.
That one's fired on net and into the back of the net by Killian Morrissey, who's got his first of the year. 5 goals in the second half, but Ryan Poley's squad can head back east happy as they pick up a win to move to 3-1 on the season.
It's a dominating win by BU, really on the strength of an unselfish offensive performance, a fantastic ride out of both the attack and midfield units, and some solid goalie play in the first half. They got some really good goalie play out of Garber, which kept them and that Holy Cross offense at bay. And Holy Cross was just never able to get into a rhythm. They were never able to get into a flow in this one. And they've got some work to do here this week before they head down to West Point to take on the Black Knights.
Garber made